Fire signs. How fitting. It just got fucking hot out here. It was like I had a little bit of a breeze. I had some shade. Let me see. What are we doing? What are we doing? And then it just got hot as hell, fire signs. So it's appropriate. Fire signs, this is going to be a general spiritual gift reading. Basically, what this reading is going to do is kind of give you some type of basic concept of what gifts you could be dealing with within the spiritual realm. Kind of what are you going into, if there's any obstacles that pop up that could be blocking you. For some of you, this is just basically telling you maybe if there's bloodline ties or you having connections to certain things in the past, it could pop up in this reading. So I am going to be using my spiritual gifts deck. It's a small deck, but it's kind of on point because it kind of goes straight to, oh, the shade, the shade, the shade. If you see a little sweat just trickle down the bosom, it's all right. Just pray for me. It's going to feel good. It's going to feel good when it hits that right spot that's itching. It's going to feel so good, fire signs. All right, let's get into it. Fire sign, spiritual gifts. Spiritual gifts, fire signs. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Fire signs, y'all hot, hot, hot. Do, 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 do. Let me see. Let's do one more. Goodness. All right. Let me secure the cards. So, fire signs. The first thing that comes up is clear audience. So, for a lot of you, you may have the ability to hear spirit. Now, sometimes this could be spirit calling your name, like you're in a room and all of a sudden you hear somebody, Dan, and they don't never call you soft. It's always like an emergency. Tanya, and you're looking like, what, who, what's going on? And sometimes it happens when you're sleeping too, that they'll wake you up, and it could be because there's something that you need to look into. One night I had a candle that was burning and the glass cracked, and they screamed my name, and I knew immediately to get up, and I walked around the house, and then I saw that the glass was cracked and that the candle could have fallen out. So it was like they woke me up because they were warning me. So for some of you, you could get these warning messages where you could get something that says, get up, stop, don't go. Don't go down that road. That's clear audience. Whether you hear it outside or whether you hear it in your head, that's spirit talking to you. For some of you, you may have ringing in the ear. If it's a medical condition that you have checked out and they can't figure out why it's happening, a lot of times it's spirit trying to adjust you to their frequency. But for some of you, you're definitely hearing spirit. They could also get to you through sounds. This could be knocking on the walls. This could also be listening to music and hearing the same song over and over again. Anything that is audient that they can communicate with you, they will. For some of you, you may honestly feel like you're talking to yourself too, like you're having a conversation over and over and over in your head, and you're like, I must be crazy. But for a lot of you, you are talking to spirit. They're giving you messages, they're giving you guidance. For some of you, you're definitely connecting to the messages that are coming through because I'm hearing that you're receiving them. So some of you, your intuition is opening up and you're really trying to understand what's going on with spirit. Now, the next thing we get is mediumship ability. Mediumship ability is to connect with people who have crossed over. Now, for some people, this is connecting with ancestors, connecting with ghosts. Mediums are able to pick up poltergeists. They're able to pick up demonic entities. I mean, there's so many different ways you can go with mediumship, but it's truly a connection to spirit. Now, for some of you, you were born with this gift, and you probably already know this because a lot of you had a friend that you talked to when you were younger, or you had somebody that you dealt with that constantly came into your room or connected with you. And it was somebody that you felt was either real or you understood that it was a spirit connection. Some of you may still have this person, and that's why you have these conversations. That's why you talk. So you could still be dealing with spirits that come to you and you have conversations with. Some of you are definitely getting messages from spirit. For some of you, I feel like you're blocked when it comes to opening up this gift. And here's the thing, the main thing that I get with some of you is self-doubt and fear. You're scared of what you're going to see. You know, you don't want to see somebody coming in your room with half a face blown off or whatever. Some of you don't want to see death. Some of you don't want to see anything scary. And it's kind of hindering you opening this gift. What I would always do is I always give spirits boundaries. This is my rest time. This is when I'm down. This is when I need to recharge. I can't talk to you now. I have a certain place that I go sit at when I try to connect with spirit. So I put structure to it. I ask spirit to show themselves to me in a way that is non-frightening to me so that I can continue the connection with them. So far, they have really been accommodating to me. Have I seen things that I would not want to see at some points? Yeah, but I feel like it was because they needed to be shown that way. But I have never seen anything that has just come to me that has just scared me to death. Have never seen anything like that, and I think it's because of my ancestors and the spirits that walk with me. They understand that if I saw something like that, it may make me shut down. So for some of you, I definitely feel like that could be your obstacle, where you're afraid that either you're opening yourself up to something that is going to be really really bad, or you're going to see something that you don't want to see. Now, you have complete control over what you call into your life. If you are dealing with darker entities or energies, then you got to be prepared for that. If that's something that you're opening yourself to, you shouldn't be afraid of it. If you're out here trying to be the demon king or the demon queen, then you should be able to handle what you see. You should be able to take in and research and know what you're calling to you. So for some of you, it's not just the ancestors that you may have an issue with. It could be things that you are conjuring or bringing to you. Some of you have may already done this, and you may have used some form of divination to call something to you that maybe you weren't completely cool with. You didn't want it there. You're just looking at you looking at it. You thinking, what the fuck? Go away, leave me alone. So for some of you, I will pass the message on. If you are dealing with things that are a lot darker and you're not prepared for it, don't fuck with it. Don't fuck with it. If you are past a certain point and you want to call in Demon La Rocka Rocka Rocka, and I hope to God we didn't just call in Demon La Rocka Rocka Rocka, but if we did, know how to banish, know how to be grounded, know how to send back. For some of you, I feel like you could be dibbling and dabbling, but you're not really sure, and that's going to kind of fuck you up too. You need to be precise about when you're dealing with spirit, especially with spirits that you don't know. You need to keep a some type of boundary. Many times I've opened up and read for people, and their loved ones will stick around the house for a couple of days, and I'm like, okay, it's cool. I like you, Aunt Sally, but you got to go on and be with Sherry. Sherry was the one that called you. She wants you to come hang out at her house. Go hang out at her house. So for some people, you definitely are going to connect to spirits that I think are going to be really, really good for you. Could be teaching spirits, guides, angels. Not all demons are bad, but I feel for some of you, you could be your fear is conjuring something or dealing with something you're not ready for, calling your ancestors first for your protection. Some of you definitely, let me get this card out if I can get it to unstick, have some type of bloodline connection. And this could be definitely to witchcraft. This could be the conjure. This could be the root. Here's the thing. I do feel for a lot of you that you're seeing yourself as a healer. A lot of you may have come back into this lifetime to be a healer, to help people, to create oils, to create workings for people. Some of you are here to fight for underdogs. This is why you came back. Some of you definitely can move on the darker side, especially when it comes to what you're bringing into your life, what you're conjuring up. Some of you definitely could move moving towards something that's darker, but you could still be using it to heal people, not necessarily destroy people. I have a friend all the time that I tell him he wants to destroy the world, and I don't feel like that's what he wants to do. I feel like he truly is a healer, but there is a darkness in him that makes him look at things double-handed. So for some of you, you could definitely be feeling that way, that you're opening something up. Some of you may have conflict with opening something up or opening your gifts up or remembering your gifts because you feel like it could take you to a darker side. What the hell is that? Skateboarders. So for some of you, I definitely feel like you are making some type of connection. Some of you are doing spell work where you're connected to crystals, not only herbs and roots, but you're actually using some type of crystals to help you manifest or help you manifest your work. There is a search for knowledge for a lot of you. So some of you may understand that you do have bloodlines, and some of you are coming from very powerful bloodlines where you're not only connected to one thing, but you're connected to something else. You have spirits that walk with you from the past. Some of you are amazingly gifted with prophecy. You can touch people and tell what's going to happen. You can look at people and tell what's going to happen. Won't resonate with everybody, but some of you know that you are prophetess or prophets. You're speaking words. This could be coming from a higher source. This could be coming from a God energy or a universal God. But some of you could be really here to spread some type of language or knowledge to people to help them grow. Maybe particularly to help them heal. Some of you, that could be your purpose. So I do see for some of you, you are going to be using your gifts as a form of healing, to work within healing. Some of you may even move towards cleansing, where that is what you do, cleansing people's homes. For some of you, you may need a cleansing. I feel for some of you, if you do feel like you're overwhelmed, you can look online for basic cleansing. Salt, baking soda, bay leaves could be something that really, really opens up for you. But I do feel like for a lot of you, you may be drawn to this because the healer in you may be cleansing people of ailments, of entities, of issues within their environments, cleansing their homes. So some of you, there is some major growth that's coming in, Leo. A lot of you definitely are going to be spiritual healers, or you already are. Some of you are a lot more powerful than you think you are. And I always tell people, when you look at this card, when you look at when it says witchcraft or conjure or root worker, there's so many differences to it. And of course, the differences are how you use your abilities, how you practice. And that's your choice. For some of you, you may look at this and say, this is negative. I don't want to do anything dark. Not everything is dark. It's how you use it. So for some of you, I do see you on the light side, on the dark side, and some of you are two-handed when it comes to it. But there's a lot of growth that's coming to you. And some of you are going to leave an amazing legacy to your children, to their children, because there's going to be a lot of knowledge that's going to be passed down from fire signs. There's going to be a lot of growth. Some of you are taking classes this year, and there's more growth that's coming in. You're exploring, you're pushing the boundaries. Remember what I said, though. If you're calling something to you, make sure you understand how to banish it or send it back. Some of you may call in something that, even though you feel so powerful, it may be too much, or you may not be able to control it, or you may have issues with your health, with your environment, that make it hard to control what you need to control. So I'm not trying to scare anybody, but it's the message that I keep hearing. And it could be for just a few people or just for one person. So just be careful with who you're working with and how you're learning your craft. All right. I love you guys. I hope this helps. Leave comments for me. Let me know if it resonates with anybody. And I'll talk to you soon.